All right, what's up? It's Wednesday, but it's an hour late. Like, what's going on,
But it's
Dr.
always
Schmittou?
right on time, man. It's
That's
right when
that's a
we
good
need
point.
it.
I'm realizing right now. I'm pretty sure. Oh no, I think I'm in there. I wasn't sure whether I selected our Facebook group or the ambassadors group, so I apologize if we're not where we're supposed to be. But I mean, let's be
You're
real
on
here. What are you
Twitter. I
missing?
know that. I saw it on
I
Twitter.
know we're on Twitter and Twitch, and we're on Facebook on the page for sure. I don't know if we're in the group. If you're in the Facebook group, the primary Teach Better Team group, let us know. But anyway, it's Wednesday.
Yes, you
and
are. You are on. There. Can you see that?
what's
Boom.
coming up in my phone? I don't know. Anyway, we're on. We decided to go an hour late because you started school today at your house with your kids. We realized there was a lot of people that were like running in, kind of jumping into the live stream last week, like toward the end, or just like, hey, I'm in my car and stuff. So we're like, hey, maybe if we go an hour later, maybe some people will get home or people will be in different parts. So we're gonna test this out. So let us know if you like this time better, an hour later like this. And I mean, if you don't, we may or may not change. We may stay, but
We'd like to know what you think. Yeah.
We'll at least listen. So, what's up, Nikki? Good to see you. And I don't have my group open, so I don't know who the second person was, but good to see you as well.
Yes.
Who is that?
My guess, I don't see it yet, but I'm going to guess is Joe because we always have this issue with Facebook user Joe. So let's find out if I'm right.
It is. Like, we're going to start calling him Facebook user Joe. It's just going to be the name that he gets from here on out.
That's awesome.
So Facebook user Joe. Oh, you know what I also did? Hold on. You talk for a minute because I have to invite someone in real quick.
Oh, no, you get to. Remember, we've had this conversation before, have tos and get tos.
I'm pretty sure she'd tell me I have to, though.
Oh, okay. I'm super curious now. So, yeah, you mentioned that school started here in the Schmittou household this week. Let me just say, teachers, again, I've been out of the classroom now for 13 years. And my gosh, teachers, you are absolutely killing it right now. I can't even imagine what you're doing, especially those of you that are doing remote, virtual, something along those lines. You've got 15, 20, 25, 30 kids that you're trying to maneuver and handle. I mean, I've got 4 kids, and that struggle is legit. It is real, just trying to keep tabs of everything. And I'm watching these teachers just do some magic behind the screens right now, keeping kids engaged and dragging and dropping kids into different places. And they've got all these breakout rooms and electives. I mean, my mind is blown at the work that teachers are doing and their willingness to just look right in the camera and say, hey, kids, I really don't know what I'm doing right now, but we'll figure this out together. And that is the most powerful thing, because 5 years ago, teachers, we weren't saying this is a mistake I'm making or this is something I don't know. We had all the answers. And right now we're just showing that failure overcoming mindset like it's nobody's business. I am just so pumped and so proud of teachers right now.
Yeah. I was talking to someone earlier today, and they were asking me how school was going for my 2 kids because they're both fully virtual. And I said, it's going pretty well. We're getting through it and stuff. I said, but their teachers put a lot of work in, lot of work to get things together for this. So, and it's just
the difference between March and September it's light years. The difference and the quality and the intentionality and just what teachers are able to do. It's absolutely masterful right now. Granted, I still want my kids eventually to get back in and be able to
we love it.
High fives, hugs, all that. But right now, my kids are still smiling at the end of every single day. Even my high school kid who wouldn't smile for his picture at the end of every day is like, oh, that wasn't so bad. So
probably doesn't smile when he's at school. Now he's smiling now.
Yeah, exactly.
So what are you drinking today? What do you got? Do you have Ohio beer today?
I have an Ohio beer today.
What do you have?
This is a Thirsty Dog Towpath Terrier IPA.
Dog. Nice. Yeah. I am with a Royal Docks Brewery.
Okay.
Which they are in Canton, Ohio, so right down by Chad Ostrowski.
So just in case I needed a backup, look at that. We are in sync today. You can be my Lance Bass. I'll be your Justin Timberlake. How's that sound?
Dave, you are always my Justin Timberlake. Always. So you and Chad were live earlier today.
Yeah.
I caught some of it. I was driving. I had to run around a couple places, and I had it just going through my speakers in my car, so I heard some of it. But
you know what you heard? You heard that sweet intro that sucks you in, didn't you? That's what you heard.
Actually, no, I didn't. When I started watching, you guys were already in, so like it started, but then it jumps ahead to live.
Yeah.
So I actually didn't even get to hear the cool intro. I just got to hear you two. So I heard you talking about a little bit. But how did that go? What were you guys? You guys were
awesome.
were sort of like recapping, reflecting on the admin masterminds, which happened on Tuesdays at 9 a.m. and 7 p.m., which you lead. So what was the theme of the chat with Chad today?
Yeah, so we're calling these Wednesday connections. We're calling them the Mastermind Rewind.
Okay,
it's an opportunity for us to go. Go ahead.
Stop. Did you mean to rhyme that, or that just happened? Okay.
Yeah,
go
absolutely.
Go ahead.
It's just an opportunity for the two of us, really, to sit back and reflect on all of the awesomeness that took place on Tuesday. Like you and I, when we do this, it's just two guys sitting around talking about the thoughts in our head.
Yeah.
Chad and I are doing that now on Wednesday mornings, but it's a little bit more focused. It's really based off of anything that we picked up from the admin mastermind on Tuesdays, either one of the sessions, the big themes, just stuff that we've thought about over the last 24 hours. And yesterday, and they were just some nuggets of wisdom that were thrown out there that kept me up literally all night long. And we were trying to frame all those and talk about them and expound on them. And it was today was needed. It was necessary for me to try to put a capstone on yesterday so I can now focus on implementing and put all that stuff into action. So it was good.
So you said Wednesdays. So this is something that you and Chad are going to be doing on Wednesdays now?
We are. Yeah.
Okay.
My Wednesdays are all booked around you, Chad, and intro music. I'm pretty excited about this.
Chad and intro music. What's up, Holly? Good to see you. Yeah, so that's awesome. So you guys, is that gonna be every Wednesday morning, like around the same time?
Yeah,
it's gonna depend on there's gonna be a lot. Some days where Chad's gonna have. I mean, a lot of times.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Just like a virtual, whatever. But
and the idea
on
is
Wednesdays, you guys are gonna go live and do this rewind on the.
Cool. And if people can join us live, awesome. But we also know the power of social media is the vast majority of people catch up on the replay, and that's cool. So you can go watch the replay and just get clued in, because we also know with administrators on Tuesdays, especially like yesterday. So much can hit you on Tuesdays. You've got it on your calendar, you just don't make it. So we want to give people the opportunity to get caught up, connected, and keep going.
Yeah, it'd be great for the admins, folks that like to get into those Tuesday masterminds, and maybe can't. They can still take a little bit something away.
Exactly.
There, so. Good to see you, Adam, and Kate's here. Good to see you as well, Kate. So I was able to be in the admin mastermind yesterday morning. I didn't come to the even one. It was my anniversary and we were hanging out, and I made some steaks instead. They were delicious, by the way. They were really good. So in the morning we had a really cool, it was one of those times where I really liked you did a thing where we kind of learned about each other, because it was a group that all pretty well knew each other. We did some.
We thought we did, but good Lord.
We thought we knew each other, but we didn't. But we did some tell us something that would surprise us about you, and that was really fun. We spent the first 30 minutes just talking about ourselves and getting to know each other. But then we spent another 30 minutes on one person's problem, just really honed in, which I think was also is a lot.
Can I rephrase that? It was not one person's problem.
It was very
one person that put it out there, and we recognized that's us.
Yes, exactly that. It was really cool how that happened, and that conversation extended far beyond the mastermind into Voxer and into other things. Did I just hear the countdown? Did you have it up on the screen?
It might have just popped up. Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I'm like,
I told you I'm only here for the intro music. I'm only here for the music. Wah, wah, wah. I need the intro music again. Wah, wah, wah.
Brian, good to see you. Bobby, good to see you. Bobby said we definitely got to know each other better. She's crying, laughing. That's for sure.
Because she knows that she's been haunting me for the last 24 hours.
But it was so cool to see that just the conversation was so powerful in so many ways yesterday morning. I know we had in the evening we had some new folks, some new faces, right? So what was in the morning we talked a lot about this overwhelm and this kind of getting through everything as a leader and stuff like that. What was the theme around the 7 o'clock one? Was it a similar set like that? Because there's been times where we get that one thing that we all kind of hone in on, and there's other times where we knock out 3 or 4 different little obstacles and we all kind of come together. What was the 7 o'clock one like?
It's interesting because there's the theme that was definitely prevalent yesterday, So you talked about in the morning, and we talked about the overwhelm, and then it drifted into talking about dropping and delegation and empowerment. Yeah. And then in the evening session, we kind of just picked up where that one left off. It was crazy. We had some people there that were present, and we started talking about how people got started in their leadership journeys, and how for some people, their leadership journeys got initiated by somebody else recognizing something in them and saying, I see leadership potential in you because of X, Y, or Z. And it empowered the person to take a step and to try something they had never considered before. And we took that conversation to all leaders. Is that our responsibility? And how do you seek out the strengths of others to help them reach their full potential and to become masters of their own domain? And how do we seek that out? Not just so that we can delegate to them and find tasks that we can have them do, but so that we can elevate them and help them reach their true potential. So very similar conversations, but they definitely had their own flair to them based off the people that were present.
Yeah, and it was interesting. I had a conversation this morning with someone, very similar thing primarily around like the delegation piece.
Yeah.
And I pulled from stuff that we talked about, like that when you delegate as a leader, you can't just think of it as just trying to get something off my plate, because that's not what it should be. It should be, this should be off my plate because one, I got a whole bunch of people that can handle this. And two, it gives someone else an opportunity to take a little bit of leadership, to take a little bit of a risk and a challenge, and to prove that they are the leader that I know they are. And so you really got to look at the benefits on both sides. Yeah. It's not just, and you should always be thinking of it that way versus I just got to dump this off on Dave. It's what do I have that I think Dave could take and do, possibly accelerate at or excel at. And that would also help me if it takes off my plate so that I can be better for Dave in other capacities and stuff. And I think that was sort of a theme. So it was cool. That was a theme all the way around. So yeah, that's awesome. Good stuff. So let's talk about, I'm going to completely flip it. I didn't mean to get that far into that, but let's talk about so you're at home, you got 4 kids with a pretty good range.
Oh yeah.
What's the range in grade level?
Oldest is in 9th grade, so starting high school. And the youngest had his first day of kindergarten this week.
Wow. Okay. Right. So that's, and where are the other 2 at?
And so I've got kindergarten, 2nd grade, 4th grade, 9th grade.
Wow. Okay. So I have 1st grade and 3rd grade. So kind of fit in the middle there. So, but you just started Monday with now.
Yesterday. Yeah. Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday. Yesterday. Yeah, that's right. Because of the holiday. What's up? Are they on a schedule where they have to be on the computer for X many hours, or is it fairly?
Yeah.
So it's not. Is it not very asynchronous? It's not.
There's no asynchronous component whatsoever.
They're just there.
They start at 9:00 and they are done at 2:30.
But they are like in there just sitting on the computer.
There's a half hour. There's a half hour break for lunch, and then when I say they're on the computer, the teachers are doing a great job of recognizing that. Okay, I can have you for 45 minutes. Then I need to give you an activity and tell you to come back in 5 or 10 minutes or 15 minutes. But my heart goes out to these kiddos that don't have a parent or somebody with them. Especially I'm thinking about my kindergartner and 2nd grader, who my kindergartner, sweet man, he has the best teacher ever. Because Monday night, so school started Tuesday, Monday night on Labor Day, she invited all the kids and parents or helpers to come and practice with Google Meet. That's the platform they're using this year, just to manipulate it. And so she can see their faces and kind of ease some of the fears.
With nothing at stake. Yep.
For her, I know it increased her anxiety because she thought she had all the answers, and then we're playing around with it and things weren't working. And I know she didn't sleep at all Monday night, but Tuesday I'm just watching, and I mean, they're 5-year-olds on Chromebooks, and there are kids just clicking each other and muting and unmuting. The screens are flashing, and she's just got a heart of gold, so patient, smiling, just trying her best to navigate through it. And today, I mean, it was so much better, so clean, and the kids are learning and growing, that they are doing their best to recognize the needs of kids. And they know that technology is what we got right now. It's not the answer, it's an answer. And they're doing all they can to make it work. So I'm so proud.
Joe, you are officially Joe again. Congratulations.
Welcome to the party, Joe.
In the world. So before I say it, I need to know, Adam, are you golfing? Let us know if you're golfing right now. So my kids are, so it's asynchronous for the most part. So they have so my daughter's in first grade. She has Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. So like Wednesday is kind of like a catch up day.
Okay.
All the assignments they put out are for the most part are work at them throughout the day, and then they both have an end of the day meeting on Google Meet at 2:00. Both his class and her class. For the first week, they had morning meetings every day. Now his has shifted where he has like a morning check-in. So like yesterday it was a Flipgrid activity. Like that was his morning check-in.
Okay.
And then I think on Friday they have a morning meeting. But she has on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. She has a 9 a.m. check-in.
Okay.
And they go for about a half hour as a morning meeting where they're doing. I mean, it's hilarious because she's got her headset on and she's clapping in numbers and getting up and I have you don't hear her, so you have no idea what she's doing, but it's just adorable. And then you look on the screen and all the kids are doing it. But and then they go 30 minutes, then they take a 10-minute break where the teacher puts up a Go Noodle video, and the kids can kind of whatever. Then they come back and they do a read aloud for about 30 minutes, and then that's it. And then they have the end of the day. But then on certain days they have small groups where you have a scheduled time where they get on. So she's getting interaction with a smaller group of 4 or 5 of her classmates, and she's really liking that and stuff. And it's they're doing a really good job the way they're doing that. But then all the time outside of those specific times, it's just working on the task in Google Classroom. Okay. And even those, like they're recording all of those because they say, if you can't make it, we'll record them and stuff. So it's very free. We are working, pretty hard to have them in a very set schedule. So they're trying to knock out all the work in the morning. But it's nice that if, my daughter suffers from quite a bit of anxiety and stuff. So she can go from super excited to get up and go to school in the morning, even virtual, like she gets excited to go to school regardless, to I'm done with life, like zero, like really fast. So like it's nice to know that she can go back to it and get back into it, and we can make up it. But they've done a really nice job, and it's been good. So far so good.
That flexibility has to be so nice for working parents too. To know that you can check in, check out, and yeah.
And we're very fortunate we have. What's up, Alex? Good to see you, buddy. We're fortunate that we have both, my parents and her parents, Amy's parents, close by, that help us out with kid stuff and want to see the kids, want to be involved. So on Mondays and Tuesdays, they go back in between those two, and both grandmas have boards set up that the kids got to decorate with their area. They have clip charts because the kids. They like in Stowe they use clip charts. So like Jonathan always told Jacqueline as she was getting ready to go to school about the clip chart. So it's like a thing that their classes have always had that are same, right? So like they made them, the kids made them. Jonathan and Jacqueline created clip charts for themselves in the classrooms at grandma's houses. So which is just adorable. But it's a good time. One of the funniest things I saw was it was Jacqueline's. She had all the kids on, and she was doing like a scavenger hunt, like to go find stuff in your classroom. And it was hilarious because, again, they have the headset, so we can't hear them. What we could see is her talking with a big smile on her face, and then she goes like this, and you see it. It's on grid view. So you have all these kids, and all the kids just go. And she's on screen, and she's just laughing with the absolute like highest amount of delight you've ever seen. Her teacher just laughing because it's all empty chairs,
and it worked.
And it worked. And all the kids come back and they're like showing her, and she's just, you tell I wish I was listening because I could tell she was just trying to keep her composure because she was just loving it so much. She was just it was hilarious. And Jacqueline's like, I gotta go get a fork. She goes running upstairs, and we're like, what? It was something you use at dinner, right? And like it was just a really cool thing, So it's been fun. I'm really happy. A huge shout out to the Stowe teachers here. I mean, they've been working, like you said, teachers have just been putting so much in. It's really cool. So, hi, dog. My dog's saying hi now.
Oh, hello.
There's Tasty Girl. She's getting hungry, so she's gonna keep bugging me.
This hour later throwing a wrench in her plans.
Yeah, well, Mom had to go. No, get down, dog. Come on. And she's not small, so she's not easy to keep down. But anyway, so. What else is going on, man? I got someone who's going to pop in with us here in about 9 minutes.
I want to know how your Labor Day weekend was.
Could have been better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Saturday and Monday were quality, right?
Yeah. Saturday and Monday were great. Sunday was they were good. I'm trying to think of what else so on Saturday I actually had a wedding. I DJ'd a wedding, which was the first time I've DJ'd. a wedding since Corona stuff, and I was really back and forth about it, but decided to go for it because I know the venue, they're good people. I knew they would have the right things in place, and they did. At least for me, it was kind of a weird setup because they were still in the state of Ohio, like you're still allowed to dance without mask, which is weird. But I was back. I was barricaded. I was taken care of.
They simply used the coronavirus as the excuse for why they put you in a corner by yourself and surrounded you. You know that, right?
No. You gotta say, I actually moved myself further away.
Okay.
Because I'm like, I don't need that much room from the wall. I'll get closer to the wall. And I purposely set like my boxes of like my equipment and where my lights went, my speakers light, so that no one could actually get back to me. And I have like a front board that I have that have lights that come up on the front and stuff, so that's in front of me a few feet already. So that really like they couldn't even get 6 feet within me. Mm-hmm. And then they had a little sign there that you had to wear a mask. And I ended up having them I actually set it up so they could text me their request that they had a request. Now, that is not to say that a few drunk uncles didn't get through. They did. I had to do my best to stay, but it's something that I love doing, so it was fun to do it. But so that was Saturday. So that's a long, it was about an hour away from me too. So there's a lot of loading up and prep for that. And I get there early because I'm weird and I help with other things. So that was fun. On Sunday, I golfed with you.
Is that what it was? That's what you call it?
Yes. Yeah. We could golf-ish. We'll call it golf.
We hung out, we talked, we drove a golf cart. It was fun.
We had golf balls and
we got way more practice than anybody else on the golf course. We had probably twice as many shots as they did.
Yes, so, lots of shots.
From literally everywhere too. They were just hitting it out of the easy fairway grass. We were like, no, let's go from the woods. Let's go from the sand.
I'm sure you had to hit it off this tree's roots that exposed out of the ground. Right. We got to. You know what though? We didn't lose any balls in the water.
It's a true story.
That was good. We had we were on some beaches. That happened a couple of times. But we had a good time. What I thought was awesome about it is that like our scores were almost completely even. You did win the match.
Almost.
You won the match. It's not a score that I would go and brag about by any means. But I don't know if I'd brag about beating me either. I don't know if that's not a, but I thought it was fun to play because we were fairly even. I think the way I described to Amy is that we were very even in our inconsistency. We're both the same. We have this beautiful shot and then like a horrible thing. We're like, oh, why am I out here? And we kept saying, we're like, remember that last shot. Remember the last shot, the good one. That's the one to remember. So it was fun. We had a good time. So that was fun. And then actually after you left, I had to go out and get my kids from my parents. So I saw my parents, which is good because they're going away. They're running away from coronavirus somewhere for a week. And then hung out with the kids because my wife was out of town. And so I got some extra daddy time on Sunday night. So we had dessert for dinner, which is a daddy night thing. And then we got up in the morning, and that's where I was good. I was planning to work on Labor. We talked about it. I was planning to work on Labor Day. That was my plan. I had some meetings set up later on, but I was planning to work, and I decided to not do that. And instead, we formed a massive lovey pile.
I love the name of that.
So they call their stuffed animals loveys, right? So like. And they have, I'm telling you, dude, we have so many of these things. It's ridiculous. So we literally, the lovey pile is where daddy sits on the floor I put my back up against the couch, and we pile every blanket we can find in the house and every stuffed animal in the house all around me and on me so that we can then just wrestle. We did that for a few hours. So that was kind of my Monday. And then I did some podcasting that night with Ray, but I didn't work much. It was great. So
that's awesome. That's so good.
So I also yesterday was a big win for me because I gave myself permission in the middle of the day to take a long lunch and go for a bike ride to get out and do some exercise.
Look at you. And how's it feeling? You doing okay?
I felt great. Knees. So I think I told you my knee was hurting Sunday from all the lifting because I got to lift all the speakers and everything with the, up my stairs, out to the car, from the car into the venue, from the venue, back to the car, all that. It's a lot on my knees up and down and stuff because it's not all light stuff. And I was really worried that then after, walking around trying to find golf balls all day long, that it's going to be hurting. But I actually feel fine. Felt great after a bike ride. And it was a good bike ride. Nothing super long or anything like that. But so I'm feeling much better about that. I'm actually going to, tomorrow I'm going to go for a run to see where I'm at on that. Because I do have I have a race, a 5K that I registered for that has switched to virtual that I got to get done. So I got to get. So that's gonna be my test of how's my knee feeling with running now. Because I've been staying off the run, just sticking to the bike. But I gotta feel it out now. So
okay, well you still have the electric dog collar if you need it, right?
Yes, I do. Speaking of running, here we go. This guy.
Oh, this guy's a beast, man.
He runs like 5,000 kilometers every day, which I don't know if you know. That's like 38 miles.
Right.
So he lifts tires too. Tough on our knees. Just get out of here, hey. So how was your weekend though? Because obviously you were here on Sunday, so you drove you drove more than you were here, I think.
But you know what? The drive, I can't believe I'm
okay, go ahead. Come on, let's hear
the drive to Ohio is actually an enjoyable drive. It really is.
Yeah, multiple times you commented on the scenery in Ohio.
It's you're breaking me down, man. You really are. But yeah, the drive down was great. Yeah, they've got great beer there. You're right.
Ohio beer.
The way back after playing golf, I just zoned out in the podcast. Got to listen to Lindsay Titus and Liv Chan's little duo. They had a podcast that got released on Sunday, so I listened to that and then was just resonating on all of those thoughts. And Monday was just like one last hurrah. Went outside with the kids all day. Went to various parks. Because, here in Michigan, it feels like winter's here already. I mean, yesterday's high was 55 degrees. It's not like Wyoming. I don't know if you saw Wyoming. It was 90 degrees last week. And then yesterday they got 17 inches of snow. I feel like that's what's coming here. No.
Is it cold there tonight? Or is it cold there for you today? Because it's hot here.
Today the high was, I want to say 58. Yeah. Wow. So it's changing.
It's 84 here, but it's humid upstairs. It feels super hot. It's hot in our little old house with old air conditioning. So
no, as I look at the forecast too, there's no 80s in the forecast coming up. So
Dave, it's about to get hot in here.
Uh-oh.
I got a superstar about ready to come in.
Uh-oh. I'm curious.
She rolled her eyes so hard right there I felt him go through the screen. So hey, what's up, Tony? Good to see you, brother. Natalie, good to see you. So let me bring this rock star in. I want to see what she has to drink because she said it was I think, did you say it was cold there? Hey, what's up?
Okay, hey, Jeff.
Hello.
Well, hold on. Do you know each other? Dave, do you know Hedrick? How do you know Dave?
We have never met. So, personally, hello.
How are you?
Life is good now.
She let our mastery chat.
Yeah.
It was 2 weeks ago. A couple weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. And we got to go live after. And we almost didn't even go live because we were BSing so much beforehand. And we talked forever afterwards. And it was just I'm like, and I don't even know how we talked about this. She's like, I gotta come drink with you because she got beers and stuff like that.
I swear that's not how that happened.
That's exactly how it happened. She's like, I got so much stuff I want to drink live. What do you got? Is it cold there?
Okay, so this is early September in Texas, and it's 71. So that's cold here.
Wow.
All right, so I see some people giving you a shout out there. Chay's super happy that you're here.
Hey,
Megan's here. Megan, work harder. Go, Megan. She's gonna work.
One more rep. You got this.
Push it, girl. So for anybody who doesn't know you, can you introduce yourself really quick
and tell us what you're drinking?
So Dave knows who you are, but then anyone else who's watching, been hanging out with us, knows where you're coming to us from and what's up.
Well, I'm a total fan of Jeff Gargas and the Teach Better team. Of course, I'll start there. Teacher.
You've already been drinking. Oh, man. You're supposed to wait.
Oh, God. Look, in Texas, we believe in pouring it on thick. That's how we do that here.
She's drinking the Teach Better Kool-Aid. She got her a cup of that, and it was good.
Oh, my God. So, yeah, I teach tech teacher here in an IB setting in North Texas. Arlington, kind of halfway between Fort Worth and Dallas, if you know the area. I am a host. I am an author. I just got to see the cover of my first published book, so I'm super, super excited about that. So, author, educator, and host of the YouTube series Small Bites that drops on Friday nights, and it's all about equity strategies. It's a short, so 4 or 5 minutes, 5 strategies, 5 minutes.
Are you allowed to tell us the title of the book?
Yes, it's a part of a 6-book series from Cherry Lake Publishing for middle school. And my 2 titles are What is the Black Lives Matter Movement and What is Anti-Racism?
2 titles. She doesn't do just 1 book, Dave. She does 2.
Big. She was big.
Well, I'm working on the big one. And so I just had a deadline for that for a couple of chapters. So we're working through that with the editor. And so I'm still
she left out a major part of her life here. And that is her music career, which you can go Google her name and find some jams. Just saying, it's out there. She did some. She does. She's got a talented son that does all kinds of work, jamming on his bass, stuff like that too. But so we connected on all different stuff. So
yeah, we both came from music to education. So which
is why you need to get into the mastermind, our Tuesday morning admin masterminds, because
you don't mean the mastermind, the music group. You mean because that's what they're trying to form, right? They're trying to form a new admin
mastermind. But like everyone's like, oh, and I play this. Oh, I'm a bass player. I used to play. Like, oh, like we got a band. Anyway, so what are you drinking then? What did you decide on? You were
because I had margaritas, that was my thing. I'm going to do the margarita thing, but 71 is kind of cold. So let me give you some.
71 is kind of cold. Get out of here.
Texas is tequila and beer country, but for me, that's just summer stuff. So, I mean, I went with a nice Shiraz.
You're so sophisticated.
I was waiting for like hot chocolate or something. So
well, it was a toddy, but I was going to do a toddy, but I still got some stuff I got to finish tonight. And a toddy, I'm like, I'm kind of done after that. So, I should be able to handle this. Cheers, gentlemen.
Because you're making me.
What's the wine? What kind of wine is it?
A Shiraz. I was going to drink some beer, but the guy who was going to ship some from this craft brewery up there, he never got around to it. So
I'm working on a license.
I gave it to Dave.
I appreciate that,
but I gave it to Dave because he came to Ohio to get it. So where are you at?
I had to make the drive, so
it's not that far.
How far is the drive from here to there?
Probably about 2 days ish.
Well, it takes you 2 days to get out of Texas.
Right.
And once you're out of Texas, you're halfway there.
She's northern. She's okay. Yeah, she's not that like.
I can hit the border, and it's really weird because I grew up in Houston, and so literally to get in, except for going to Louisiana, to get out of Texas. Let me put it this way: between Houston and Los Angeles, the halfway point is still in Texas.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Funny enough, between Houston and Ohio, the halfway point is still in Houston.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I have taken that drive because my mom, when she was alive, she lived in Ohio for a minute. So I've actually taken that drive.
It's
not that bad.
Yeah.
It's not Ohio that's bad. And I don't want to start calling out all the states on the way, but
just driving through. You're driving up a coastline is one thing, but driving like through the middle of and you have to get on and then get off and take some little 2-lane highway and to catch another. It's like, just no.
Oh man. Well, we're glad you could jump in here with us. Hi, Olivia. Good to see you. So really what we do on these is we just kind of literally make it up as we go.
You're experiencing it right here. This is the script.
There is no script. So how's your week going? I can't remember from our chat. Are you back fully with students and stuff? Like what's your situation there?
Week 4.
Week 4. All back face to face or all virtual? All back face to face.
Yeah, all virtual. For now we're supposed to start phasing in on the 14th with, some grade levels and kinder and sped, and, self-contained, and then we go to some grade levels, and then we go to some other grade levels, and I'm supposed to be back on the 5th. So it's nuts. It's just kind of nuts. I think if everybody would just stand down and slow the heck down, we could do a whole lot more. But, racing to this goal of close the learning gap. There it is. Go. It's like, the kids either they can't get on or there's some issue, or my Wi-Fi goes down like during one class period. I think they're doing some kind of system check because I lose like the last 5 minutes of my class period, and I'm thinking, okay, well, they know it. Zoom actually is clever. It doesn't kill a session. It gives hosts to one of my kids.
I was gonna say, yeah, you know,
it's whoever that kid is the one that's doing it.
That kid is the one hacking the Wi-Fi.
Exactly.
And happy. He's like,
it's probably what's happening.
Are we done with this? All right, all right, I'm gonna finish it. Like,
yeah, exactly. She's off. So I don't know. I think it's kind of crazy. You know, there's just all these little things, but those things happen, or the kids get kicked off, or their Wi-Fi is slow, or they got 6 siblings at home and they can't get on. And so pushing to some goal that really is everybody's, we've made it up. You know, it's a construct. Whatever the learning goal is, yes, we want to have a certain standard, but it's still a construct. It's not like 2 and 2. And so we are rushing and pushing kids and stressing teachers, and it's just not happening. It's like trying to make your kid walk. I don't know if you guys are parents, but, you know, holding your kid up to come on, you can walk. The kid's gonna walk when the kid's ready to walk. And so you can't make a kid learn something. If it needs 2 days instead of 1, then it needs those 2 days. And the learning gap is not going to be smaller if we rush past it, just brush past it and take the kids who got it and keep moving on. The learning gap's not going to close like that. So I'm like, come on, slow down. Everybody just, you know, stand down.
I think we've referenced this a few different times in a few different things, Dave, but Brad Hughes dropped it, I think, during one of our daily drop-ins, that there is no behind.
Yep.
There's just where they are.
You're comparing yourself
right?
to, yep.
And we talk about that all the time stop worrying about covering all it, because what you're talking about is we got to cover all this content so we can say we covered it, but that doesn't mean they learned anything, which means that learning gap didn't necessarily get closed just because we covered the content, right? You got to make sure that they learn it, right? So something about assessment in there too, Dave. Okay, just to check
we'll talk about that some other time.
So Dave, one of the other things that we need to do, and why I brought Hedrick on with us today, is that I have so far been unsuccessful. Now, in my defense, I've only tried once, but I've so far been unsuccessful in getting her to take the audio from her small bites and turn it into a podcast as well.
Ooh!
So I'm bringing you in to help me out here.
Wow.
So what's holding you back? What is holding you back?
I got you. Just so you know, before.
So I heard it was like a chill, relaxed kind of zen. Get together.
No. It is like that's the same kind of sales pitch a car salesman tells you.
Her grave and her evangelical grave while I'm drinking on camera.
No.
You know, that's what I thought we were doing here.
Nope. It's seriously, it's like stepping on a car lot. They say, come have some coffee and some donuts and sit down. And then boom, before you know it, you've made a deal. So
I'm just cool. I'm like, come have some wine. But now I not to put any pressure, but I do need to let you know that we are on our Facebook page, Facebook group, YouTube channel, Twitter, and Twitch. So like,
there's a couple people that'll see this, but so what's holding you back?
Time.
What time?
It's
when you have to hit download, that extra click, or
one more thing to do. But if I could get somebody to come and just like, I can send you the file and you can go ahead and do
Tell
it.
you what, send me your password. I got you.
Oh, so now you want my money too?
So you do your when do you record? When do you record your videos for YouTube? Is that on Friday? Like they come out on Fridays, but when do you sit down and record a bunch all at once, or do you record them throughout the week? Like what's that schedule? This is just curiosity now. I'm done trying to convince you about the podcast. This is just curiosity now.
For now.
I keep one I keep one for emergencies, and basically, we're kind of sort of all at home these days, and so I don't necessarily wear a lot of makeup. So I kind of do, if I have to do something where I have to actually put on clothes and makeup, then more than just my glasses and lipstick and earrings. Wow, thank you, Dave.
Alex knows what's up.
Then I do it. Like tonight, I'll do it because I put on mascara. So yeah.
You're like, oh, if I got dressed today, I might as well do a video or two. You get done. I'm like, hey, that's good. That's my
schedule right now. So yeah, but I try to get it done by Wednesdays so that I can have Wednesday, Thursday to edit.
Gotcha. Interesting. What do you use to record?
You're looking at it. My Mac.
Your MacBook, yeah. Okay. You just do on to iMovie recording or what?
I am. That's what I mean. See, you guys are. I am a tech teacher who teaches tech because I know that people need help using tech for instruction. I'm a CNI guy, And guys who are tech are actually techie. And, we got some StreamYard because you can use, Facebook, and then you can use your IG and your YouTube all at once. And if, you get your HDMI, 16-bit, 8-bit, y'all have all this lingo. I like click play. And I go, hi, hello, and welcome to Small Bites. And that's it. This is it. You're in my studio.
No. So, Jeff, I'm just going to remind you, you invited her. So I'm just saying.
Right, this is why. So I'm just like, I wasn't even thinking StreamYard, but like if you did it on StreamYard, you could stream it live to your YouTube channel. It immediately upload to YouTube. Then you could download the audio and put it up to Anchor on podcast. Boom, done.
What? Sorry, wait, what?
When it's on YouTube, you click download. That's it.
You don't have to do that. If you do it through StreamYard, it automatically saves in your YouTube channel. And then after you're done, there's literally a thing that says download audio only. You just throw that track up on your podcast.
Oh, yeah, I think I had this conversation.
It takes you a minimum of 6 to 8 hours extra for each episode, nothing more.
Now, I had this conversation with Chuck Poole about the whole StreamYard thing, and and I actually downloaded it, and I looked at it, and I don't know, I got busy.
You don't download StreamYard.
You got scammed.
Well,
did you give them your numbers too? Your social security number?
Made an account. Sorry, made it.
Gotcha.
I know. I'm just messing with you at this point. So Chuck Poole, you said Chuck Poole, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's a good dude. I like Chuck.
Yeah.
We need to get Chuck on here one day.
Yeah.
That'd be good. Yeah.
I'll have to reach out to him. But so what else is going on in your world? So you have stuff left to do tonight that obviously does not require you to not have any wine in your system. So that's good.
I don't know. We'll see what Friday's episode comes out like. I don't know.
It's going to be epic.
This is the
We're about to get one new subscriber right now.
If it comes out a little extra special, Dave and I would like credit in the credits.
I got it. We'll definitely get mentioned. It's just that's whatever happens in the week usually comes out. So this will definitely show up. Like I said, the problem. This is the gateway glass. You know how it is. It's like.
It's just a little note that extra sassiness provided by Dave Schmittou and Jeff Gargas. It'll be good. So what else you got going on? So how was your Labor Day weekend? We Dave and I talked about ours, but how was your Labor Day weekend? Did you do anything? Did you just chill out? What'd you do?
Well, I finished up my writing deadline for Solution Tree because I really wanted to get that done. I have to speak for the.
Hold on, pause, rewind. That's your publisher for the big project of Solution Tree?
Yes.
Look at you. Okay. You're like official.
Dave, I did say rock star, didn't I?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm impressed now.
No, let me really impress you. And this is so funny. When I was in third grade, I was a school librarian, assistant teacher, librarian person, kiddo. And I love libraries. It's just, it's just my world. And the New York Public Library asked me to speak to them on Friday. So that's cool. So excited about that. So that's the other thing I have to get done. And that's what I worked on preparing on Labor Day as well.
That's awesome.
What are you speaking to them on?
Really, I guess I hate to say decolonizing the library because people go, that kind of thing. But just really making sure that libraries actually house and showcase various stories in our history, in our nation's history, because sometimes we get kind of one side and we don't really hear the stories of Indigenous people. I may have even said this on your show, Jeff, but the lion is always the villain until he gets his own historian. And so we just I'm going to talk to them a little bit about how to do that and how to do it in a way that is non-threatening so they don't get boycotted because they're, telling liberal untruths or just, whatever the political things are. I think that especially as educators, you want everyone's story to be heard. That's just kind of who we are as a species. And so just talking to them about how to do that and how to go about doing that in a way that is palatable, but is also honest and authentic.
Is that going to be available for the public to view, or is it just with the New York Library?
It's actually an internal thing. It's like
just for their staff.
Yeah, it's for their staff.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Wow, that's awesome. I wonder if you could record that. We could turn that into a podcast.
If she did that, Dave, she should create a podcast because then she could put that out as a podcast episode.
Just saying.
crazy. It's a great idea. Dave's always got good ideas.
I mean, think about all of the people whose lives you could change. It's just, or just keep it to yourself if you want. I mean, that's fine.
You know that there's someone else in our world that has had a YouTube channel for, 2-3 years now, and been putting videos out. And I've been working on her for the last probably year now to take the audio and convert it to a podcast. And today I had a meeting with her when she was like, okay, I'm ready. You win. I need to do the podcast.
Are we talking about somebody who's getting pretty close to getting 2,000 subscribers on their YouTube channel, who's doing some pretty epic things right now? We talking about the same person? Okay.
I'm not sure because I don't know that number.
Okay. I just happened to see her Instagram. Yep, that's it. I just happened to see her Instagram story earlier.
Is she really? Okay, that's good. What's that?
Are y'all keeping secrets? This is not fun. Y'all keeping secrets.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not allowed to say who it is because the podcast isn't ready yet, and suspense is fun. What I'm saying is, it's only a matter of time before I win. Is what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna get to that.
I didn't get the point. I'm sorry.
That's the point. The point is that I'm coming for you, and you're gonna have a podcast by the end of the year. That's where we're at.
All right. I know what I'm doing. I am going. Since you are always talking about stuff, I am now going live on Instagram while I'm talking to you guys because
look at that.
You're going to be like busting me out. Let me see here. There we go.
Now, you know what? This is an ingenious way to use StreamYard to go to Instagram. Well played.
Yeah, look at that.
There we go.
I love it. So now we're on Instagram too.
Yes.
All right, that's good stuff.
Let me say hello. So, hi, I am here with Dave Schmittou and Jeff Gargas with the Teach Better team. If you want to pop on over to the Teach Better team on Facebook, you can check us out. We'll be over here for another couple of minutes. And hey, cheers. Thank you. Now, see, that's it.
Boom. That's how you do it.
Record. That's literally how I record. Oh, people are talking to me. Hey.
Go ahead, do your thing. I got another beer, so go ahead. Have fun.
Yeah.
See, I come prepared.
She's like, I'm only on one.
Hey, the bottle's there. It's all good.
Oh man! All right, so
I'm sorry, Jeff. That's a good one.
Which one's that?
Yeah, I know. Oh man.
Yeah.
Hold that up. Let me see.
They're good stuff.
One of those Ohio beers I drove to go get.
Really?
It's so good, yeah.
I don't think we can get
This is actually this is one that's out of Canton, Ohio, which is actually where Chad Ostrowski's at. This is a
Chad, pull over, get another case.
Festival. What's that?
I was just telling Chad to pull over and buy a case.
Yeah, shout out to them. They're at www.docs.beer.
Oh.
Like that.
Okay. All right. I can do that.
Yeah, good stuff. I like this Ohio craft beer stuff. Did you know there's a Teach Better Talk podcast network that needs more shows? There is a Teach Better Talk podcast network that needs more shows.
No pressure. What?
An entire network to host and help. Oh my gosh. Man, so she wouldn't have to do it all by herself.
Okay, so wait, so hold up. So I don't go live on YouTube. I go live every few episodes. So I don't do live. So I actually record and edit. So how does that work?
There are 3 little dots when you go to the edit. You click, and one of them says download.
Oh, you may actually download the file, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's an easy way.
Oh, wait, yeah, I do know that. Yeah. And then I can just separate the audio.
Yeah, you could also like you can export it as your MP4 to upload to YouTube and just export it as an MP3 to upload to your podcast.
Yeah. I did that for Che and them actually. That's basically
the wheels are turning. She's thinking about
it. We're getting there.
Take 3 more sips, and we're gonna get you. We're gonna get you there. It's gonna be great.
See what you know what I teach my son? I said, honey, when you start going out, with your friends and drinking, you don't go out and drink heavily because you just never know what happens. And that's that second drink can just make you do some weird things. So you
don't sign any deals when you're drinking, right?
You think you're being casual, you start drinking too much, and suddenly you got a podcast, and you didn't even know it. Like,
for example. I probably like the podcasting format. I really do. So,
well, we're gonna wait for the day that happens and celebrate it. So we're excited about that. And Jillian's telling us that it's every 10 episodes that you go live. So when you do, it's every Friday that it releases, but it's always recorded and edited. But then every 10 episodes, it looks like you do that Friday episode, but you just do it live.
Yeah.
Is that because Why is that? I mean, do you plan on every 10, or is it just whenever you just feel like, hey, I'm going to do live this week and you go live, or?
Well, this guy that I was talking to a couple of weeks ago, he was saying I should really do more live events anyway, because live is really the way to build your audience. So, it's like, you get that, you climbing, I don't know if you go hiking at all, but, you're hiking and you're getting tired, especially if you're doing mountain stuff, and the person behind you is like tapping you on the butt saying, come on, let's go, get up there. I
think I need to start hiking. I don't have that experience.
I live in Switzerland, so when, some of the hikes were like kind of, crawling. Hikes. Yeah, you were crawling. So,
even here in Ohio, like on a flat hike, I typically crawl at some point. No. We're gonna get you there. It's gonna be fun. You let me know when you're ready to do that, and we're gonna pull that and do that. So anyway, so I'm glad that you could jump on and hang out with us for a little bit. And hopefully everyone that's watching that isn't already connected with you will. I need to get, unfortunately, the brand that I have the frame up covers your name.
There you go.
So I go find it. What is your Twitter? I'm gonna add that to your name. What's your Twitter?
Oh, the very cool thing is, I could have done that. Yeah, @Hedrick.
It is just Hedrick, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's really super easy to find me because it's @Hedrick or @Hedrick Nichols on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, my website.
I was gonna say it's Hedrick.com, isn't it? Yeah. So you can go find her and connect with her. That way you can start checking out Small Bites on Fridays on YouTube there. And thanks I appreciate you jumping and hanging out with us. And I think we're gonna have her back, Dave, so we can keep working on this whole podcast thing. Get me here. So but we're gonna let you go because you have other things to do. You gotta go record your podcast episodes. So thank you for jumping on. I appreciate you. I'm so glad that you hosted Mastery Chat and we got to hang out because now we're friends and that's cool. So, and now you're friends with Dave. So like the world's just a better.
And you just got a new YouTube subscriber because I can't wait to see the drunk episode. That's gonna be epic.
Dave, it's gonna be called the wine episode.
Oh, I'm sorry. The classy episode. Yes.
All right. Well,
for having me, I appreciate it. And if Dave, if you pick up too many cases, just let me know. I'll send you my address, and you got me. Not I got you, but
we're gonna get some to you, Dave. What we need to do is we need to pull some of the Rivalry Brew stuff and some of your Michigan stuff, and send it down to the Southwest there. So
you got it. We'll make it happen.
We're gonna make that happen. I appreciate you. Have an awesome night. We'll see you.
You guys too. Bye.
Bye. She's so fun.
Oh, she's amazing. Amazing.
Like we had such a good time that I'm like, you got to come on this with us. Well, actually, I do stand by what I said. Is I talked about it, and she's like, I'll come drink some beer with you because I guess they have a lot of craft beer, a lot of craft beer around where she's at and stuff. And there's a lot of connection there with the music, obviously, but also, we've done work in Arlington in her district. We just didn't know there's a lot of buildings to her district. So like I've been to Texas. Every time I've ever been to Texas has been right in Arlington in her area. Cool. So it's kind of cool, all my knowledge of Texas is of where she lives. So she was a good time. But
I'm just looking at her YouTube right now. She's got 2 different channels. The one with all the music. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun to listen to.
It's some good stuff. Some good music.
Megan, if you're still working out when we're done, go check this out. Yeah.
You should need to check that out. So, if you Google her or go on YouTube and put her name in, like all the music pops up and stuff too. So
that's cool.
It's good stuff. But anyway, so let's wrap this up. Good chatting with you, brother. Working on a few things. And I don't know what else to say. I think we're good. Anything you want to say to anybody? Anything we need to cover? Anything we need to talk about?
Master Chat going on tomorrow? You want to
Master Chat tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern, and then we'll be live afterwards as well. I do want to mention that the Teach Better Mindset Meetups webinar that's starting on the end of this month on the 30th. You can go to teachbetter.com/mindset meetup. 6 Wednesdays in a row with 2 speakers each night at 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock Eastern time. It's going to be a lot of fun. We got some really cool people lined up, and I need to there's a code I can give them. Just use Teach Better Talk because I don't want to make another code. Just use the code Teach Better Talk on there and get 50% off to register for that. So we
Hold on, did you say how much?
50, half.
Like 50.
50, half the price.
Holy cow.
And you got people like CJ Reynolds, Dr. Valerie Camille Jones from the Ron Clark Academy, Kevin Butler, Caitlin Giordano is going to be there, Neil Gupta, Allison Apsey, Rochelle Danae Poth, PJ, P. Sloan Joseph. Who else am I forgetting? I'm forgetting.
And the list goes on and on.
And the list goes on. Michael Jennings is going to be there. I'm trying to think of who else is there. If I forgot someone, I apologize. But great list of a lineup.
Tell people again where that is because it's not like there's show notes necessarily. So
teachbetter.com/ mindset meetup. I'm going to put it in the comments. That way it's
mindset meetup.
Yep. Teachbetter.com/ mindset meetup. And use the code. We're just going to do Teach Better Talk because Jeff's too lazy. Anyway, it's there. So here, I'll put it up on screen there. And do that. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And like anything we do, like a lot of it's about connecting with other people, hanging out. We're going to have, opportunity to follow each other and stuff like that. So it's going to be a good time. So that starts on the 30th. And if you can't make one of the Wednesdays, we're recording stuff too. So you can be able to get the sessions and stuff like that. But 6 Wednesdays in a row. So you're going to build that network each week as well. So it's gonna be a blast. So
Wednesdays just keep getting better.
We're gonna see it. It's gonna be fun Wednesdays. Because I'm gonna go from this pretty much into that. So we got that. So to Master Chat tomorrow, we'll be back here. We're gonna stick with this 5 o'clock time for now, 5 Eastern, to see how this goes. Dave, I think that makes the most sense. And if you're an administrator or a leader in your school, your district, you need to join us on Tuesdays at 9 a.m. or 7 p.m. That's at teachbetter.com/mastermind, 100% free there. And you can hang out with Dave every single Tuesday and a bunch of others from the team that jump in and pop in and stuff like that too. So really great group that's becoming like a family, and everyone's welcome to that family. So Livia says she needed this break. Thanks. We needed the break too, I think.
It's not just for you, Liv.
We definitely get a lot out of this too. So
true.
Appreciate everyone watching. You, my brother, I appreciate you so much, and appreciate Hedrick for jumping on, having a good time with us too, and entertaining us a little bit. We will see you all tomorrow for Mastery Chat, and we'll see you back here next week. Thanks.